ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהכל נהיה בדברו. I've had this experience, and I'm sure that many others have similar experiences. You know, sometimes you see that somebody who is more or less like yourself suddenly is very successful. He achieves something, and deep down you feel, well, why didn't I do the same? I could have done the same thing. You walk into somebody's home, and you see there's great atmosphere, friendliness, everything works fine. And you know your own home that it isn't always like that. And you say to yourself, well, why isn't it that I have a similar home to this one? You see somebody who knows how to draw very well, plays the violin extraordinarily well, does things beautifully. And you say to yourself, well, could I do the same thing? Well, in the case of violin, I personally know. I studied how to play the violin. It's a very difficult instrument that takes a lot of practice. But yet I find that some people can sort of take an image and reproduce it. They have tremendous facility. They can draw, and I can't draw. So I admire that very much. On the other hand, there are people who are geniuses in the world. I realize that is something else. Somebody who's a great sportsman, that requires many, many years. But in general, I feel that I could do more than what I'm doing. Maybe I spend too much time watching television. I should be doing something else. I should be reading more. In other words, we are critical about ourselves. Why are we critical? There are some people that believe, why was man created? Man was created to enjoy himself. Eat whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Read, don't read. Travel, don't travel. Do whatever you want, whatever brings pleasure to you. That is your goal in life. But I think that those of us that have some kind of religious training, some spiritual goals, know that we have to do more. Sure, you have to sleep. You have to eat. You have to work. You have to do many things. But on the other hand, there are many things that we are not really doing that we should be doing. Moses had 2 sons. And the Bible tells us their names and why they were named the way they were named. But yet they disappear from the story of the Bible. What happened to the sons of Moses, of Moshe Rabbeinu? Some people say maybe his life was devoted entirely to the service of God. His life was devoted to the Jewish people, and he had no time for his own family. And that's what happened, unfortunately. So that is also a lesson to us. Are we devoting enough time to our children? Or are we not doing it? We have to think about these things. I think man is probably the only animal, in quotation marks, that has these pangs of conscience. I should do more than what I'm doing. But my message today is that this self-criticism is not enough. This must conduce, it must force you into doing something. If you feel that you're not reading enough, maybe, that you're spending too much time in front of the television set, well, do something about it. Maybe you should set aside every day from 7 to 8 at night. From 8 to 9, you're going to read. Every night you're going to read. Maybe you're going to limit the number of hours that you're going to watch television. This is what many parents do with their children. They feel they're too much with their intelligent phones, with their television sets, with their games, with their video games. You have to put a certain limit to it. What I am trying to convey is that to have this feeling of self-criticism, examining yourself, and realizing that you are short in certain items, it is not enough just to think about it. You must do something about it. You must translate your thoughts into action. And if you do that, you will grow. You will become a better human being. You will be more satisfied with your own life. But just to be critical of yourself, maybe it's just no good, because you'll start thinking that you don't merit life at all, that you are really spending your life doing nothing. Do something about it. That is the secret. And maybe this is why Jewish tradition emphasizes the mitzvah. It is not only the thought, it's not only the belief in God, it's not only the respect. You must translate your thoughts into concrete action. Then is when it leaves really a mark on yourself.